Hey, it's Carlos Townsend again. I just want to share with you what I call Heart to Heart Talk. It's a segment that I use every day on Facebook to encourage and empower people and to give some inspiration. And I just want to share something with you that I shared on December 31st as we were getting ready to enter this new year. And it says that I'm grateful that the Lord has brought me to this day, as we should all be grateful every day. And 2015 was not a bad year for me. I certainly hope it wasn't a bad year for you, but if it was, I want to share with you some things that are going to help you make 2016 be a great and new year. Listen, the first thing is pursue God's agenda for your life and time. It may not make sense to anyone else but you, but after all, it's not for anybody else to understand. So whatever God has given to you, pursue that agenda with all your might, throwing caution to the wind and only doing what God has told you to do to achieve everything He's told you for your life. Nextly, don't be distracted by haters. I hate that terminology, haters. I absolutely despise it. You've got to remember, if there aren't people that are revolting against you, somewhere you haven't pleased God. So if you've got some detractors, let them be detractors, but don't you dare be stopped or thwarted by what God has called you to do. Thirdly, keep some secrets for yourself. Don't tell everything. Everything isn't anybody's business. Hold those things in your heart that aren't necessary for everybody's information. If there are things that aren't favorable, they don't need to know them anyway. If there are things you're planning to do, keep those things to yourself until God gives you clearance to bring them into the forefront. Number 4, let yes be yes and let no be no. Oftentimes we're saying yes to things that we should be saying no to and saying no to things we should be saying yes to. Don't be afraid to let your answer be sure. Don't be afraid to let your answer be concrete. Let yes be yes and let no be no. Remember this, number 5, less really is more. It's not necessary to be so boisterous. It's not necessary to be so crazy that you've got to put everything out. Less really is more. Remember, I got this from one of my favorite movies, American Gangster. The loudest one in the room is the weakest one in the room. 2 more points and I promise we're done. I promise, I can really talk. But listen, remember this always. Don't live your life so boisterously. It's really classy to learn how to be quiet sometimes. It kind of goes back on less is more. It's really classy just to sit back and oversee things and kind of take everything in. And finally, remember this. Busy does not mean productivity. I know a lot of folks that are always busy doing stuff, but they never produce anything. They're here, they're there, they're everywhere. They're always doing something all the time and never producing anything. Just be focused on the one thing or the number of things that God has given you to do, and don't be a busybody. If you can stay focused, you can win this year. I believe 2016 is going to be a banner year for you. I'm certainly knowing that it's going to be a banner year for me. Hang on to what God has given you. Hang on to your dream. You can win. I believe in you. Be blessed.